because now he's got to build another one for me. What is up, guys, and welcome to the Drift HQ channel. Today we're going to focus on a car that you may recognize but haven't seen in a while, and this car has lived a pretty bad past, and I say that because I drove it when it had a stock LS engine and I blew it up. Wait, was that the engine? And then Sean Booth drove it once it had a spicy LS engine and it blew up again. So fast forward to now, we figured why not put the engine that we all know and love, the 2JZ, in here. We sell a lot of 2J parts on Drift HQ. The boys have so much 2JZ knowledge. It's one of our favorite engines for a reason. So in this video, we're gonna dive into getting a JZ in this thing, a spicy transmission, and testing it out for the first time. Let's go.
What's up, guys? Chris here with Drift HQ. Today we're going to be working on a ZF5 and we are going to be installing all of the gear motive dog gear components into it. Now, ZFs are pretty popular for any kind of swap application, whether using JZ, LS, anything like that. They are great because they're small, lightweight, compact transmissions. It's also nice because these run a remote mounted, chassis mounted shifter. So instead of having to worry about modifying a shift pedestal, you only have to change the length of your shifter linkage, which also makes this great for pretty much any swap. But they do cap out typically around 500 horsepower. You start to have some problems. There's not a lot of good information online that I've found anyways for being able to disassemble these transmissions. There's service manuals and stuff directly from BMW, but they're really long and wordy and I don't like reading. So we're just gonna go the old fashioned way. We're just gonna start taking stuff apart since we have essentially every component to replace. And from my understanding, it's not that difficult to reassemble everything once you get it in place because the shaft assemblies already come assembled with the gears and everything. I already know where one part goes. Whole lot of thread locker on them, so they're gonna fight you almost the whole way out, as much as we can. So upon research and figuring things out, there's actually a tool that is designed to pull the input shaft carrier bearing off the input shaft to allow your transmission to separate. We don't have one of those. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna make a template of this. Cricket's gonna cut a square out of just some steel. We're gonna weld like an 1.5 inch tube to it and then put a plate on the top with a nut on it. That way we can tighten the bolt and it'll push the input shaft through the mid plate. 1.5 tube. happening.
So there's a shim that was just perfectly positioned before that we couldn't see. It looked like it was just a front bearing race. And now this is stuck in our
So now, all right, so we removed that, and we removed the shift fork as well as the selector rod there. So what we do need to retain is this bearing here, which is very important, and then there's a snap ring in here as well that we need to take out and swap over to the new set. So then we're going to work on getting these gears out of the back half of the housing. Not a good time. Supposed to be using a special puller tool for this thing and like a press on the back side, but since we're not reusing any of it, we don't really have to worry about it. Out with the old shifter forks, old idler gear, and gear assemblies. All right, so we did take this trans and just kind of put the casing back together and put it in the car for Cricket to do mock-ups so he could make his downpipe and a few other things for the car. And I got this wonderful giant book of how-tos, which is good because we were kind of just shooting in the dark for the disassembly, so at least for the reassembly we have some specific instructions, which also do require welding, which is why we got Cricket here.
Yeah, boy.
So there's some grinding and clearancing that we have to do in the housings, which I did not know either. So now that we know all of that and we have good detailed pictures, while I'm not even sure if all of these pages are in the correct order, we're just gonna play the game and figure it out.
Okay, we're gonna get ready to put the transmission in, but we just got all of our fresh Tilton and PMC adapter, and then we have our auto flex plate. We're gonna get ready to put this in. We just have to trim this front snout inside the trans a bit back so that the triple disc has room for engagement everywhere and won't hit this.
Yeah, so as you should. Look at the instructions. Look, they tell you how tall it's supposed to be after you cut it down. You gotta change the pivot pin out. So, you know, cover the bases.
Look at the instructions.
Read the instructions.
Get the information you need. Or bug John Pro.
Yeah. Send him an email.
Send him
Piss
an
off a
email.
little bit.
Yeah.
Ask him the same question 3 times in a row.
Only 3 times though. Chris went ahead and got the old pilot bearing out. Got our new flywheel pilot bearing on here. The flex plate. Everything all ready with this PMC adapter. Looking good. Now he just putting the clutch together. Just time to slide all the floaters in. All the plates.
One at a time, baby.
One at a time.
Go through a little bit of persuasion and a little bit of loosening of the engine cross member. Trans is in, clutch assembly is in. Donnie's cranking down some drive shaft bolts right now.
Shaft in.
Little thread locker on the old girl.
Yep.
We ready to roll.
So you pretty much finished building this car. Chris put the transmission from Gear Motive, and now we got Sean Booth.
And now we got the test pilot.
That's pretty cool.
Like that, yeah.
That transmission loud. Clutch in. Clutch in. I think something's wrong.
Why is it misfiring?
Bearing.
What's that?
Why is it misfiring?
What? Freddy!
Don't Freddy me, leave it on.
Woo! You know I like these bad boys right here.
Yeah, so dog leg, 2JZ, E46. You know what to do, right?
Yep. Let's try this again.
One thing I do see, personally, I run a 391, an E46 M3 diff is like a 362.
Second gear is long.
That was second gear?
I shifted to second gear.
Ah, yeah, that's why. First gear would have been long enough.
Well, feels good. Besides the brakes.
This is gonna be a test. Donnie out here putting in all the hours.
Let's see. Here's the gas pedal. Whoever the f put that in. What? What? You heard it? Go to fucking limiter, bro. That was me turning it off. Bro, what y'all got going on?
Right? Did you get stuck wide open?
Yes, bro. That wasn't hitting limiter. I turned it off. Yeah. I turned ignition, fuel off. It didn't turn anything off. It didn't turn off until I hit computer.
Use the kill switch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, good idea.
You want to talk about the gearbox they put together?
So, Gear Motive, strange gear pattern, awesome transmission. So this is a good try and true test for it. It was, what, 640 horsepower, 560 pounds of torque? Brady said take 20 off those numbers. Either way, it's a good test. Adam's a great tester for braking things. So.
Well, no, that's Booth.
Oh, Booth's an even better tester for braking things, because the last time he drove this car, he windowed the block that was when it was LS. Now, it is JZ, and it's not going to break.
Feels good.
Yeah?
Trans works.
That was the easy shifting?
Oh yeah. It's fucking sick.
Looks like we got a driver exchange.
So it's 2, 3.
Dog leg.
First is back. Second, look.
Yeah, Freddy on the sticks. Checking it out. Made some funny things, you know. Testing tune, right?
You know how anal you gotta be about fucking wastegate lines coming off, bro, and you just left that shit loose. That is crazy.
Oh, that's why I hit 30 PSI.
That's gonna be hot to put back on. Come on, let Ziggy get his lap. Put that on. Give me the rip that turbo blanket off so you can get down in there.
You're
Fire?
done, bro. You can't build cars.
What's on fire?
How the heat shrink? Or the heat sleeving caught fire. God, it's touching the manifold. Oh my God, you're so fired. I was finna get another lap too, bro, but now I can't. I'm gonna have to wait till another day. That is crazy as shit. I mean, Ziggy was driving that bitch a little excessive.
Yeah, that gate's fucking glowing.
Yeah,
Look
he
at
didn't not need to do all that.
I ain't never
No,
seen
you need to test it. This is why we test it.
Oh, no, so now you're on board with the testing.
I mean,
Not long.
to a certain extent.
Yeah, hold it right there. It's off the manifold right there. Is that water or oil? Amanda keeps sparking on fire. It's oil?
water.
Are you sure?
Why is the water putting out the fire? We have flammable
You don't want
water.
it to touch because then it's going to start spewing. Yeah.
We have flammable water at the compound.
Yeah, that checks out. It's like Flint, Michigan in this.
Oh my God.
Lonnie, it keeps arguing.
It's the moment it touches the metal on the gate.
You don't say. You mean the glowing metal? The glowing hot metal? Is
There
that
you go.
what's doing it?
Now he's got to pay for a new tune. That means two tune, double price. Duarte, you're down.
So I think I tuned it with that hose leaking the whole time.
Oh.
So my boost duty cycle numbers don't match up anymore once they fix the boost leak.
We're not about looking good. Look at this. Does this look good?
But that's, I don't choose 28
Holy shit, Lonnie, you got me
I
fired
wouldn't
up.
put 28
But
on
that's
the
the
car.
one thing, like drift cars, that's the one thing.
16 AM.
Hey, you have no idea about this gearbox. What do you think about it?
I want to know who built it. Who built it?
That guy.
That sucks for him because now he's got to build another one for me.
They make a sequential version too.
Look, this is good enough, but the problem is I'm never going to get one of these gear kits because I ain't know nobody to put it together.
Yeah, I didn't have a good time, but I made a lot of tools last time. It's going to make it a little bit easier for the next time. Second time's always easier.
I got an S13 with one of these transes in it. It needs the
Yeah.
yeah. The first gear being long is actually sick for a drift car too. Good run up gear. I like it.
It's on right now.
Anything else?
I can.
Yeah, car good. I drove it at 13 pounds. It still felt pretty good. So it's
I can.
been a while since I've driven this thing. I liked it with LS. It was good, but LS, they never work.
Numbers.
All right, so my first time doing an attempted assembly on one of these gearboxes. Well, I've taken a lot of GSRs and stuff apart. I've never actually worked with taking apart a ZF. So we made a couple special tools that actually ended up making the job a lot easier, but it was definitely a little trial and error process. Adam seems to really like the gearbox. It's obviously functioning well. It's holding the horsepower and everything. Donnie, on the other hand, is fired. He's done. He's not allowed to do it anymore, at least without a babysitter. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.
He's watching us from the camera.
He probably watching.
Bro, this car's cursed in such a weird way. Like, we didn't have any big problems. We had all these little ones to remind us.
Burn some sage in this thing. It's going to be great. Everything's going to be fine.